Okay, so we are in Canton, Texas. It's a very big flea market town, and the flea market is not happening right now because it is Sunday. But I'm interested to see what a flea market town has as far as thrift stops. So we're going into the Goodwill because that's legitimately the only thing that's open right now because it's Sunday in Texas. Yeah. Okay, let's go. I think most resellers can agree that if you go into a store and you see their jeans and pants displayed like this, one, you are super excited because it's very easy to look through when they're like this, but two, you can expect most pieces to be priced up. Hi, so this video is going to be formatted a little bit differently, as you maybe could tell from my first clip where I'm talking about going thrifting. I was very sleep deprived during my trip to Texas. It's a lot of driving, a lot of social events with my partner's family, and also I wasn't sleeping very well because we were sharing rooms with dogs, and also my partner does snore. And which wouldn't normally be an issue if I wasn't also the lightest of sleepers. So I didn't do a very good job of explaining what was going on or remembering to film as my trip progressed. So I'm just going to be kind of making this more of a cohesive video by interjecting a much more refreshed Bob into the video. And also I'm going to turn this into a listing video to kind of hold myself accountable and make sure all the stuff I picked up on my trip actually gets listed. So back to more footage. Ugly.
Nerd.
Okay, so we found a few things, or I should say he found the most things, but I guess it's just because I picked up those recipe mugs so often, he knows I want them. Yeah, he's just nodding. So we're gonna go get food now. Get food? I'm sure after 2.5 years of being here on YouTube, y'all that watch my videos pretty much think of me every time you see these when you're out thrifting. And you almost all don't pick them up when you see them out thrifting, and that is because for some odd reason I have found very good luck buying and reselling these on Etsy. I have an Etsy store, and this is my top rated listing. I have bought and sold these dozens of times. These are the 90s Reproductions. You can tell that they are the 90s Reproductions because they will have made in China on the bottom very clearly. The 70s and 80s pieces will not have made in China. They'll either have like Taiwan or Japan on the bottom. And those are the original ones. Now this, because they're all matching, probably what happened is that the potato mug got broken. So these were sold in the 90s as vintage reproductions of the 70s originals. And a set of 4 where it had the mushroom, the onion, tomato, and potato soup. So again, I think that's also probably why you all know me for these, is because I also know way too much about something that seems so unnecessary to take up space in my brain. But very happy about these, and I will show you guys in a little bit how I list these. And then what you didn't see in that video, I don't think, is this vintage Anchor Hawking measuring cup. This is a 2-cup measuring cup. You can see down there in the bottom. This was only like $2, I think, and they sell for like $11, $12 on eBay. So I will just enjoy using this until it sells. Now, vintage ceramics and glassware was not meant to go into the dishwasher. So another reason why I picked this up is because the graphic is immaculate. So this has no dishwasher fading, which is awesome, and that's kind of what collectors look for as well. And then the one piece of clothing I got, I'm gonna have to take y'all off of the stand here, and we're gonna talk about that for a minute. I picked up this jacket. I think you all can probably guess why I picked it out. It is an amazing green, forest green color, light green, whatever. It's funky. It's funky, it's weird. I love it. This is also BKE outerwear, so this is buckle outerwear. It's a size medium, and it's a wool viscose blend, but unfortunately it's dry clean only, Now, while the comps do look like I could take this and get it dry cleaned and still, you know, make a decent profit from it because we are going into fall winter season, I don't really want to do that. So I kind of just want to steam it and get rid of the smell because it does have an odor. But fortunately, because it does have the majority natural fiber blend, I can get rid of that odor. So this is my lovely laundry area. That's why it's messy. And I'm just gonna take my vinegar spray. I have these spray bottles in the description down below, but look at this mist. Can you even see the mist? No, that's how fine it is. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to spray this thing front, back. And let me tell you what, this is gonna make a smell when you spray this with vinegar. Not only is it gonna have the strong vinegar smell, by the way, this is just basic white vinegar you can buy at Walmart for $1 a gallon. Spray that there, it is making an odor that is not great. And then inside as well. So now when I sprayed inside, I did notice that it has some repair damage to the inner lining. I could either just disclose that because no one bloody sees that, or I can repair it. I'll probably just do a whip stitch to quick repair it and disclose it. But now that I've sprayed inside and out with vinegar, I'm just going to let this air out and dry out outside. So now that sits outside, I'm going to show you me listing those mugs on Etsy. So right now the main photo is the double-handled originals that I had. You can see here that these are heavily crazed, but I also have the originals from the 70s, and then I have reproduction ones as well, and here's some stackable ones, and then they come in other languages. So yeah, I know way too much about these mugs, and I need to change quantity here. So let me go up to my listings and click on this one, and we're gonna go edit. And then what I've done is I have just made this as simple as actually possible I could. So I need to go in and change inventory and quantity. So here you see all the different variations I have, which is a lot. And I'm actually going to do, I believe we have tomato, mushroom, and onions. So what I'm gonna do is, because these are the 90s, I'm going to just change one of these to 1. I think what I'll do is do the tomato and onion as 1. No, not 10. That would be big bad. And then do the mushroom one as a single. There we go. So now they're no longer sold out, and I'm just going to hit publish. And they're now listed. So 3 items listed. Yay! We're going antiquing, maybe. Maybe. Now this antique mall that we went to in Texas, I believe it was in Denton, Texas, was amazing. Like, there were 2 different sections. There was a small section, and then there was a very, very large section. They were separated across the outlet mall from each other, and it was a great place to just look at stuff and learn about different things, which is one of my favorite reasons to go to antique stores. If I find stuff for resale, awesome, but otherwise I'm just there to oogle all the goodies. And I wanted to briefly play over here one of the TikToks I made. If you find one of these mid-century lipstick holders in working condition and you can buy it for less than $100, get it. They can sell, depending on how elaborate they are, what song they play, or like, it's just amazing. So you can sell them between, you know, $200 to like $500, depending again on how big they are, how elaborate they are, what songs they play, and if they have anybody dancing inside or not. But I thought it was amazing, and it was just really cool to look at. And this booth had 2 of them, in addition to like some old phonographs and like, I don't know, if you have a chance to go to that antique mall in Texas, I highly recommend it just to look at all the stuff. I did buy one thing for myself. It's green, no one's surprised. But this is just a lovely mid-century pot made by MP Co. I mean, that's what it's listed on eBay. Could I sell this on eBay and make a small profit? Yes, but I actually bought this for myself. I paid $8 for this, which seems like a lot of money, but it's in perfect condition. It is green, and this will go on my kitchen counter whenever I get that remodel done. So there's that. And let's go check on that green jacket, shall we? So I now have this jacket on my steamer. So what I'm going to do is now steam it all the way through to sanitize it. And then I'm going to give it another vinegar bath while it's still slightly moist from the steaming and hang it outside again. So while I was steaming this garment, in addition to the inside issues, I found another whoopsie. So here are buttons for the sleeves. This one doesn't have any at all. So that's another repair. That means I need to buy some buttons. So what I could do is either take these two buttons here from the front and put them here on the sleeve, and then just add some kind of like orange/green button to the front. Or I could take, you know, these two buttons off and then just make the buttons on the sleeves different. But now we're at the point of, do I want to sell this? Do I want to put that much energy into it? I'm going to have to repair the inside lining, and I am going to have to repair the buttons. And some resellers would say no, and some resellers would say yes, because they're more interested in saving a piece. And for me, I want to save it. So I am going to just set this aside. I'm going to cut these buttons off because you can see they're already about coming off. So I'm going to cut these two buttons off and then take them with me to Joann's and figure out what I'm going to do. Because I at least want to match the size, even if I can't match the color. So here are those buttons. I'm probably just going to find a suitable replacement for the sleeves and get 4 buttons. I know that this seems a lot like projects, not profits to some of you, but this coat reminds me a lot of a coat I got when I was a teenager, which I still have and still fits me, by the way, that I bought from a store called Gadzooks. And my best friend calls it the Oscar the Grouch coat because it looks like, to him, I killed Oscar the Grouch, skinned him, and made him into a coat. I will put a picture over here for that reference. Now, I did get the Anchor Hawking measuring cup up as well, so that's here, but because I have created a project for myself, in addition to fixing the lining, I have to replace the buttons. I'm gonna go to Joann's and buy some more of those, but that listing is not gonna go up today. And yes, Miss Moxie is right here, hanging out, and has followed me around the house while I've been doing all the things. I know this video is very disjointed. I hope me doing this made it a little bit more cohesive for you all. So thank you all if you watched all the way to the end. And I would personally like to thank all 1,502 of my subscribers. Interesting history fact for the year 1502 AD or CE, whichever one you would like to reference. On December 26th, so the day after Christmas, Cesar Borgia kills Ramiro de Orca. This incident is referenced in Machiavelli's The Prince, which Machiavelli I have mentioned before in one of my history facts. So there you go. There's also a whole bunch of stuff that Christopher Columbus did in the year 1502, but we don't need to talk about him on this channel. So if you're interested in reading more about him colonizing and renaming other places, Wikipedia is free, as is Google. So thank you all so very much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and until then, bye! Bye. Hero, hero. I wanna be a hero, hero. Oh, the hero.